Today we have 40 new cases. 32 cases are from Mangur, and 8 cases are of travelers who came in from Mumbai. That brings our total number of active cases to 109. Today, 1,484 samples were sent for testing and 1,363 samples were tested. 9 people are in hospital isolation. I just want to mention about the strategy that we have been following in our containment zone, which is Ward 11 and 17 of Mangur Hills. This was circulated yesterday as part of our press note, but I think it deserves to be mentioned once more, and through the medium of our channels as well as newspapers. There are certain things that we would like to bring to the notice of the public of Mangur and public in general. For Mangur Hill, there has been a dedicated medical helpline which has been made operational. I am reading out the medical helpline number: 87671 14825. Then we also have a helpline for food and grocery, specifically for the people who are within the containment zone, which is operational. The number is 87671 03976. Both these helplines, the helpline for food and grocery and medical helpline, are manned 24/7. The local administration, under the leadership of the collector, has taken over the supply of essential commodities on payment basis. Horticulture department has agreed to supply vegetables at the rate of ₹100, which is already pre-packed and will be handed over directly to the family. A box will be kept ready for the person to deposit the money. The 2 places have been identified opposite the Gurudwara and near the Maruti Temple Arc. The vegetable supply will be from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Permission has also been granted to the milk van to supply milk daily in the containment zone at these same 2 places, but the timings are different. It will be from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. The milk supply will be from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. Arrangements have been made by the municipality for the collection of garbage, and the workers have also been trained and provided with safety gears. Face shields and other protective gear have been provided to the police personnel and all other officers and officials who are on duty in the containment zone. Leaflets have been given to every household, wherein the precautions to be taken by the persons in the containment zone and the restrictions which are being imposed have been clearly communicated. The medical helpline number and the food helpline number that I just mentioned are also part of that leaflet which has been distributed. And we are continuously collecting swabs from the health department at Mangur Hill. So I will just like to give you a breakup of that. On the first day, that was on the 2nd of June, we collected 202 swabs. Yesterday, we collected 353 swabs. And today, we have collected 400 swabs. So this is the breakup of the swab collection. Swab collection will continue till such time that we are satisfied that we have collected and we have tested enough samples. So out of these samples, I would again like to draw your attention. You know the numbers for yesterday. Yesterday there were 41 cases reported from the swabs which were collected. Those were the 202 swabs, 41. Then from the 353 swabs which were collected yesterday, of which the test results came by late yesterday night and early today morning, we have got the 32 new cases that I mentioned to you. And today's swabs, of course, which we have collected today are currently being tested, and we will get to know again later tonight and by early tomorrow morning. Then the last point regarding the containment strategy is that there is a total restriction on the movement of vehicles and the area has been completely barricaded.
Hi, good evening. So far 49 trains have left Goa. These Shramik trains, out of them two have left today, one to West Bengal and one to Bihar, with 1,628 passengers each. So far our inter-state movement cell has organized the movement of people out of state for about 99,841, and so far since 29th April 2020, 15,092 people have came in, including people who came by flight, including seafarers, and by train about 69,039 people have left. On number of cases, spitting cases, so far we have booked about 8,744 cases, and on cases which are booked for non wearing of mask are 21,078. Thank you.
Just one correction. I mentioned 41, but yesterday from the samples collected day before, the 200 samples, that was 42, not 41. The correct figure is 42. 42 were from the Mango Hill samples.
Health department staff found positive in this.
Yes, one of our male public health workers who have been active in the Mango Hill area, yes, one of our workers has been found to be positive.
Madam, do you feel there is a need to announce lockdown in Vasco city, or the patients are only limited to Mangori?
Our assessment medically has already been shared with you right on the day when we decided to declare containment zone in Vasco area. And I think on this, our Honorable CM has spoken extensively today during his press conference taken at Vasco. So I will not, there is nothing more for me to add. Honorable CM has already dealt with it in detail.
Can you highlight something about the issue in Kalangur?
What is the issue in Kalangur?
One lady came from
lady.
Mumbai and
Mhm.
she skipped test. There are some reports there, speculation.
All that I know is that one of these patients, out of the new cases, 40 new cases that I mentioned, specifically 8 who have travelled from Mumbai, yes, there is a case of an elderly lady who came from Mumbai. And she has tested confirmed positive, and we have shifted her to ESI hospital.
She had attended some wedding. Any
I would not be able to tell you any more further details because we are doing the contact tracing and all of it. So the information that I have is what I've shared with you.
Another issue is that yesterday, since there could be announcement of a lockdown in Vasco area, there were some residents from that same area who moved out from those areas and came in other areas like in Old Goa and all, to stay in that.
There was no restriction for movement in and out of Vasco. The only area which is restricted is Mango Hills of Vasco. In Mango Hills, I can say with absolute certainty that no person has been allowed to either go out or freshly enter into Mango
But these
Hills.
locals are from Mangur Hill only who came down to Old Goa and stayed there.
I really don't think that is authentic
Because last
information.
night people then
The
came
local
to-
administration and the police is there 24/7 and every type of nakabandi possible to ensure that the containment zone is maintained is there. Now, if somebody is able to come forward and give us concrete evidence, then we will definitely inquire into it.
Because afterwards it was the local who told them, forced them to go for the testing and all. And after that only, since the police arrived and all, they were sent for testing and nothing. Late
I'm
night
not,
yesterday.
I'm sorry, but I really don't think that somebody could have come out from there. If at all somebody made an attempt, they would have definitely been stopped by the police. You yourself are mentioning that I don't know what exact incident you're referring to, where the police apprehended them. You have not
Old
mentioned
Goa.
that. Okay, now I am not aware of this incident. I have been told by the collector as well as the SP that all necessary steps have been put in place. I have already read out from our containment strategy and whatever the collector and police are doing. So there is absolutely no possibility of anyone having come out from there. Now, if there is some concrete evidence that there has been somebody, then we'll check on it. From police also, there is absolutely no report that has come to health department that there was one person who came out from
Not
Mumbai.
one man, 8 were there.
Well, as I told you, we need to have a concrete basis to say that. I'm sure that if the police had got to know about it, they would have at least informed the collector or they would have informed the health department. That has not happened. So, again, since you mention it, I will check it. But till now, till such time, we really do not have any such
No,
information.
it is only because of the police who came at the site and then only they decided to go for testing. Otherwise, they were not ready to go for that. And it was at around 10 o'clock midnight yesterday evening.
There was a case yesterday in Donapal of a 2-year-old girl. Has she been shifted to COVID? Is her mother?
Yes, in fact, I think she was a case detected late in the evening of day before.
Yeah.
She has come down from Hyderabad. She flew in from Hyderabad. Her father is here in Goa. She and her mother had flown in. She is negative. She is positive. The girl is positive. Mother is negative. So since she is a very young girl, she and her mother have been shifted to COVID hospital. Mother is negative, but in the case of very small children, infants, we are allowing the mothers to stay with the children because naturally that adds to the care that we can give to the small child.
But then is that caretaken that she doesn't attract that kind of...
You see, yes, this is not the very first case of this nature. In the past also, we have had one instance of a very young girl who has turned positive, but her mother still, even now, remains negative after many days in COVID hospital. So all necessary precautions are being taken care.
I just want to know when the health department has taken over Chernem College and what are the activities being done?
It is not health department which has taken over Virnoda College, it is the district administration. But definitely it is for the purpose of the swab collection. We want to reduce the crowd at Asilo. There were reports and definitely a huge rush of people, huge inflow of people crossing from Patra Devi was coming into Asilo every day. We wanted to keep the rush away from Asilo because you see Asilo is our North Goa district hospital. So we want to have our normal hospital services unhindered over there. So definitely by day after tomorrow we are targeting to start the swab collection at Virnoda College. It will be only for the collection of swabs for all the people who are coming from across the border through Patra Devi and primarily Patra Devi.
So what is the incoming traffic in Goa, both air, rail and this?
I have shared you the
Daily.
Average.
Average.
On average, this number which I have shared you is since 29 April
No,
2020.
daily I'm talking about
So,
on an average daily.
We can just, I did it earlier, it was about 500, but we will get you the exact number in tomorrow's.
Ma'am, this collecting the swabs and sending the passengers home, don't you think it is becoming dangerous because these people are moving outside?
You see, we
And,
expect.
my second question, ma'am,
Yeah.
has this practice of stamping the people, quarantine stamp, has it been stopped?
Not at all. That is very much going on. We are quarantining, we are stamping everybody who has to be quarantined. Now you see, coming back
Because
to
I'm telling you, because this lady, elderly lady, she didn't have quarantine stamp.
I told you we are inquiring into that specific case. Coming back to your first question, what are we doing for this? Definitely, you see, we expect persons, also individuals who are members of our society, to show some sense of responsibility. We have told that they have to be in self-isolation. It is part of the declaration that they are signing and giving to us at the moment when they enter into the border. Additionally, what we are now doing is, from tomorrow we are starting this, that the moment somebody comes to our swab collection center, there will be officials of the the Directorate of Municipal Administration, DMA, as well as the Panchayat, who will be sitting there. They will immediately intimate the concerned ward member or the Panch that so and so from your particular ward or your Panchayat has come to give their sample for the test. Till such time that that person's result comes, please keep a watch over that person and please see to it that that person maintains self-isolation.
Madam, I have a couple
Yes.
of questions.
Yes.
One is pertaining to this lady in Kalanguturi. Is it a fact that she had produced a COVID negative certificate?
You see, I really am not in a position to give you the details. Our inquiry is on. Perhaps by tomorrow I will be in a better position.
Second question is, now that local transmission has already happened, we are facing a problem of local transmission. It's quite possible that this can erupt in other spots as well. So is a kind of a strategy change happening at the medical level? And
We are maintaining the highest level of vigil like we always have. Definitely once we have a containment zone, and as you are rightly mentioning, we have the local cases over there, we are focusing on that area. That doesn't mean that we are ignoring other areas. We are constantly trying to monitor what is happening across the length and breadth of Goa. All our health officers, our medical officers are sensitized. They are keeping a very close watch. Through your own medium, I have requested 2 times already that anybody who is symptomatic and feels that they are experiencing symptoms should immediately contact the nearest public health center. You see, we cannot reach out to each and every person. We request the active cooperation and support of the public of Goa. If you are experiencing symptoms, I am repeating it a 3rd time. If you have any doubt, if you are experiencing any symptoms, you all know by now what are the symptoms of a COVID infection. If you have the slightest doubt, please come forward, please contact our public health center and help us to help you. We will give you the right advice after clinically examining you, and we will advise what has to be the next course of action. So please help us to help you.
Madam, a couple of corollaries to this.
Yes.
As you know, now we have around 109 active cases, right?
Yes, that's right.
So that's virtually above 50% of the capacity of the COVID hospital. So
50% of the capacity of the COVID hospital.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Let's hear your question. Yes.
So now just 1/3 of the number of people in Mongol have been tested.
Mm.
So in the days to come,
Not 1/3. What is your assessment of the number of people in
around
Mongol?
2,000.
Sorry,
Around 2,000. That was
2,000.
the
We have-
figure we were given.
we have already collected 1,000 swabs.
Okay,
So we have covered
50%.
50%.
So the numbers will increase when you take the next.
No.
I'm going by
No.
what has
No,
happened
I-
in the first 3 days.
Just please,
Yeah.
sorry for the intervention. That is exactly why I gave you the breakup.
Yeah.
When we took the first 200 samples, we got 42 positive
Yeah,
cases.
it's reducing.
Right?
Yeah.
Because let me take a moment to explain the logic behind it. We started from the focal point,
Yeah.
the house where this entire family came positive, from where then it has started spreading. So on the very first day, we covered the immediate radius starting from that house, plus anybody who was found to be vulnerable in terms of their age or their comorbidity conditions, the very young, we covered that group. Then yesterday, when we took around the 360 odd samples that I mentioned, exact number I've already mentioned to you, from that we have got the number of positive cases that I've already mentioned, the today's number. This number reflects yesterday's samples, which was 32. So though the number of samples has gone higher, the number of positives have come down, because that was from a larger radius. Now when we observe the trends of the 400 swabs taken today, then we will be able to say for sure whether we are having a
Yeah, madam, the point
decrease.
I'm making is
Yes.
numbers of active cases are going to...
That is true. That is
Okay,
true.
So,
Yes.
So, my point is, earlier, when the Chief Minister used to address the press conferences, he was talking of beefing up capacity of the COVID hospital, or, you know, making other hospitals COVID hospitals.
Right.
So, what is the thinking on that?
Right.
What
You
is-
see, our COVID hospital as of today has 220 beds. All right, 220 beds. Please also do remember that we have a very high recovery rate.
Recovery rate.
So every other day, like today, some first samples have gone. The repeat test is tomorrow. Every day we will have certain number of recoveries happening. So even the beds which are occupied are going to get freed. So we are not at all concerned right now we are not apprehensive about the scenario where we won't have enough beds, because COVID hospital itself has the beds. Having said that, as you have rightly mentioned, and as the Honorable CM has also mentioned in the past, we have made our plans for expanding the capacity. We are actively looking into all the options, and we have already firmed up our plans. So rest assured that we have made the necessary arrangements and backup plan.
Yeah, and one more thing is, last question I want to bother. With the monsoon setting in, madam, there are a lot of other infections that will come in which have similar symptoms as COVID.
Yes.
So obviously, from the private sector, from the private practitioners, there will be a higher demand for COVID testing for sure in,
Yes.
in the monsoon. So is the testing capacity also being increased?
Definitely,
Number
yes.
one, and number two, there are also possibilities of multiple infections in the same patient. Like for example, somebody getting dengue and COVID together. Is the medical fraternity thinking in lines of what treatment regimens to give such people? Because then you have the threat of deaths, of fatalities.
We are very well aware of the fact that during monsoons, definitely you have all our normal, regular infections. That is another reason why I have made an appeal to the public that if you experience symptoms, come to us. Because we will be in a better position to tell them. And then, of course, if required, we'll test you and we'll be able to find out. As far as the medical preparedness is concerned, definitely yes, we have our protocols in place for multiple infections. Now coming to the testing capacity, you are absolutely right again with that we would have an increased demand for testing. We already have. Every day we are testing nothing less than around 1,400, 1,500 samples. There are days when it shoots up to 1,800, 1,900. Just as we speak today, we have had 2 new TrueNAT machines put up in the Chikalim lab as well as in the Hospicio lab. 2 for Chikalim, 2 for Hospicio. 2 more will be installed by tomorrow at Asilo and at Ponda. So we are constantly improving our capacities. The high capacity machine manufactured by the pharmaceutical company called Abbott, which we had got after cabinet approval for GMC, that is currently under installation. It is a big machine, so it requires a number of days for installation and for calibration. That is also going on as we speak. By Saturday evening, that machine will be commissioned. So these are the steps that we are taking towards ramping up the testing. All right, thank you.
Ma'am, you said that the onus will be on the ward members and the punches.
No, I never said the owners will be on the board members or bunches. I
They
said
will
it
give
will
us
be a
the
combined responsibility.
Yeah.
It is a responsibility that we are looking forward
Yeah.
to get from
But
them.
in this case of Kalamkot, she is the mother-in-law of that one punch member.
I didn't know this. I didn't know this. All that I can say is this new protocol of having panchayat as well as DMA officials sitting in the swab collection centers will be put in place from tomorrow. We are hoping that with that we'll have local participation in ensuring that people maintain social isolation, or rather their self-isolation till their results come and behave responsibly. Thank you.
रीओपन का स्कूल का कुछ डिस्कशन कुछ हुआ?
स्कूल का
Yeah.
नहीं, अभी तक कोई डिस्कशन नहीं हुआ उसके बारे में.
Because somebody, schools are taking admissions fees and all.
Well, that is up to individual schools. If you are asking me whether government has taken any decision about opening of schools, no. Was there any question?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just a clarification. Is the source established for the Mangor local transmission? Do we know at this stage where he got infected?
Not exactly. I already shared in yesterday's press conference that our inquiries were on. So far, we have not been able to pinpoint on a particular source, but I have to share with you that the person in the family who was symptomatic for the longer period of time compared to the other family members, he is somebody in the fish business. So he was constantly interacting with fish trucks which were coming from Andhra Pradesh. The godown where he was going for his daily business was a godown primarily being supplied by trucks from Andhra Pradesh.
So in that case, will you be in touch with the Andhra authorities to just...
Yes, in fact we have been trying to trace. You see, the problem is that it's not the same truck which comes again and again, but definitely we have established certain links with certain contacts, I would say, with the relevant district administrations in Andhra.
And that's the basis for the state government to say that it is still local transmission?
That is not the basis to say it is local transmission. The basis why we are calling it local transmission is because it is restricted to a locality. And we know the source within that locality from which it has spread. That is why we are calling it a local
Madam,
transmission.
is it possible, medically, epidemiologically,
Yes.
that this family is not the primary source?
Well, if you are asking me about possibility, I cannot say authoritatively about it. But let me share with you that of all the people who we have tested so far in Mangor Hill, even when our team was there taking the swabs, we hardly found anybody symptomatic. But in this family, there are 3 people who are symptomatic. So let me share this much, one step ahead. The father in the family has been symptomatic for 3-4 days. We got to know about this case on the 3rd day. In fact, if the private doctor who had treated him on day 1 had been a little more alert, probably we would have been able to find out the case earlier.
Madam, why doesn't the health ministry issue kind of a notification under the epidemic act, asking private practitioners to immediately...
We have done that on day 1. The epidemic
then why
act...
is it not happening?
The epidemic
Because
act
this
which
is
we
a clear
notified.
case where it has
No,
not
I
happened.
must share with you that there are many private practitioners who are sending cases to us. But then again, this is something that is a social responsibility, and we expect the doctors who are in the medical profession to be extremely serious and cautious about this. But it's very much part of the Epidemic Regulation Act. One of the clauses mentions that private hospitals or practitioners should immediately get to our notice, the public health department's notice, if there are any symptomatic patients.
Also, a couple of states have already started doing studies of projection. Like today, 2 or 3 states have also said they are expecting this number of cases. Does Goa have a projection of COVID cases?
We have a tool which has been developed by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, which is shared with all the states. So that tool helps us project. But then that tool, again, I wouldn't say that it is a universally applicable tool. We do have certain figures which are thrown up by that tool. We are also using that tool, definitely, yes.
Can you share that?
Sorry, I wouldn't be in a position to share the numbers right away, but the tool is definitely being looked at by us also in Goa.